When you first run the program, the first thing you're going to see is Settings Communications. This is the place where you put in the password that was given to you by TBSP. So let's put in a password. Okay, the next thing you want to do is go to your time zone. This is for retrieval purposes only. For instance, I'm in California. I'm in this particular time zone, which is the gray one right here, which happens to be Pacific. If you're on the East Coast, put in the green one, which is right about here. If you're in Russia, do whatever you need to do. After doing this, I would suggest you always click on always refresh previous 5 days. That'll just retrieve the data for the last 5 days, and every time you download, and it'll refresh any bad data that may have come through. So let's do that. You want to do automatic stock splits. If you're following stocks, you want to do automatic stock splits. Notice down here you can do download symbols. The program comes with all the symbols, but occasionally you may want to do that. Let's click on OK. Next item of business would be to create a list. I already have some, but let's create one called temp. You can call it anything you want. Would you like to add symbols at this time? Yes. Okay, you can add stocks, indices, futures, mutual funds, stock and index options, futures options, or Canadian stocks. You can either do daily, weekly, or monthly. Let's do US stocks, and let's build a stock just to show you how to build. We'll build a couple of them. So let's go down here to X for Xerox. Here's Xerox. We want to build that one. And let's just say we want to build another one called, I don't even know what the name of that is. Hold down the control key and click on the symbol. Make sure you hold down the control key. That way it'll tell it to do multiple ones. Click on build. Notice over here it says, where it says built, it says 2. And let's just add these. It says multiple here, and you want to do is add. There, you now have 2 symbols in there. If you know the symbols, which most people do, you want to add Apple, A-P-P-L, I think it's A-P-P-L. And leave the export symbol and the name alone. It'll fill in automatically. The export symbol is primarily if you're going to export the data to an ASCII file or to a Metastock file, and you want to use a distinct symbol. For example, let's assume you're going to follow Apple as weekly and monthly. You might want to say the daily one is Apple_D for the export symbol. In our case, we're not going to, so let's just add Apple, and we'll add GE, which is General Electric. We'll add IBM, and we'll add that, and we'll close this up. We now have 5 symbols added to our temp list. That's it. Next thing to do is you go to Communications, retrieve data, you're all done. And you got all your stuff. There's no more to it than that. That's as simple as I can make it for getting started.